Okay, all right, guys. Progress, progress, progress. Now I'm in chapter 5, page, I don't know what page is that, chapter 5, page 81. So, a prince's stand. Okay, so that's right the beginning of the chapter 5. And I thought this was interesting. It's about Jessica Mulroney. And I'm going to read the very first few paragraphs. There's one, two, maybe two paragraphs of that. Okay, of chapter 5. When Harry and Meghan arrived at Jessica and Ben Mulroney's house the morning of October 30th, they had at least slept through the craziness of the news blowing up. Now, if you saw my last video, I was talking about when the news, like now the paparazzi, the news people already now start knowing that Harry and Meghan are dating. So the palace, told the news people to not publish the article yet until Harry comes back home. So this is where we pick up here. Harry was supposed to go to the UK because now people knows, right? So that's where we left off from last time when I was reading. So now here they gone to Jessica and Ben Mulroney's house. So that's where, just to keep you up to date if you didn't see the previous video. And by the way, I'm in the car. It's about 5:30ish in the afternoon. Kids went fishing, and neighbors, other campers are making so much noise. I decided to lock myself in the car again, so at least you could hear me properly without background noise. Okay, so let me continue. They had made the decision. So they, I'm assuming, is Harry and Meghan. They had made the decision to head to the Mulroney's Upper Canada home the night before, after Harry was advised by an aide to stay somewhere. Wow, they made a spelling mistake here. Okay, forget that. To stay somewhere discreet. Somewhere, okay, now it spells better here. They put 2 O's on the first one. Okay, somewhere no one in the media will think to look. Meghan had already been texting Jessica, or Jess as friends call her, throughout the evening for moral support when her pals suggested that they were welcome to hide out at their place. Harry and Meghan agreed it was the perfect plan and decamped from Seton Village early the following morning with bags packed. It wasn't the first time they had been at the Mulroneys. Before the world knew that Harry and Meghan were a couple, they had often visited the couple's home in the quiet upscale neighborhood where Harry's security was less visible. Okay, I'm reading the whole page for you guys. It was there that Meghan got first-hand glimpse of how Harry might be as a father, falling hard as he expertly won over the Mulroneys. Okay, I'm reading this the first time for you guys, okay? And then I'll give you my crazy thought about that. The Mulroneys, now back to the book. The Mulroneys, then 6-year-old twins, and we know who they are. They made their present known at the wedding. One of them, at least. Brian and John, and the 3-year-old daughter, Ivy. Already experienced and charming little ones, he never turned up empty-handed. Instead, arriving with small present each, but it wasn't just his generosity that endeared him to the kids. Harry was also willing to get on the floor with them to play or smoosh up his face against the window. His funny expression never failed to earn the giggle. I told you, look, I'm reading this for the first time as I'm recording it. I had said before, when the Obamas had visited William and Harry in their private home, and Catherine too, and they gifted the firstborn. Damn it, is it George? Yes, George, with that little rocking horse. And I remember somewhere, I don't know why this stuck to me. Sometimes the worst thing stuck with me. Michelle Obama said when she went to visit them, one of the things that George said is that he said to Harry, why are you so formal kind of thing? Why are you not playing and all of this? So everybody was in their best behavior around President Obama and Michelle Obama. But for kids, they don't know the difference, right? So George was telling Harry, why is he not fooling around? So I could imagine this part already, because I even mentioned it. And you've seen in pictures of Harry playing with other kids. But let's go back to the first page. The Mulrooney's. Not too long ago, Jessica was in the public scrutiny. I even think, I might be wrong because I don't follow them often. I don't follow them at all. So Jessica was in big scrutiny with the public. She had said something. That was during the at the height of Black Lives Matter or something like that. She had said something. And then I think people try, what should I say that? Divide and conquer. So because they know how close Meghan and Jessica are, they're trying to divide. So in order to conquer, you have to divide. So Jessica had done something. I don't even remember what she had said, but it went out of proportion. I remember saying something like this where I think she had even, did she lose her position? The husband lost something, or maybe he quit or something like that. But I remember saying, if you have a friend let's say from childhood, I don't know how long they were friends, but I was saying something like, if you have a friend that deep, you trust that much, no matter what the public say, their friendship will still be intact. From here, reading this, no matter what happened on the tabloid or whatever, their friendship is still intact. Okay? So if you understand people from the core, especially a woman who is married, and they see their woman friend is as professional. This has nothing to do with what I'm saying here. This has nothing to Mulroney or anything like that. Just in general, is that if you have, let's say, two girlfriends, right? One is married and whatever. So when you see how your girlfriend deal with you and your husband at a certain ways, you will know if it's a true friend. Okay, a true friend will respect the marriage, will never be at your house when the girlfriend is not there, only the husband. Okay, even at one point I did tell you guys, there is a attorney in my neighborhood sometime when I don't know who to vote for, because he's into political things, and I think at one point he ran for office. I don't know how that went, but one thing I always did whenever I wanna that was before I started asking him questions, or I even knew he was running for office or anything like that. Whenever I need to ask him question, guess who I go to first? I send his wife the question. I sent his wife the question. I said, can you please ask your, because I'm not that good of a friend with them. You know, we see each other when our kids were younger. We go to the same park, they play, you know, the kids yell at each other. We adults, we know how kids are, you know, we just let them, you know, come to the differences or whatever. But us as adult, we know each other through that, like that, through our kids. But we weren't best friends where we go out for a drink or anything like that. We see each other on the street. Hi, how are you doing? How are the kids? Da 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 da. But once I knew her husband was attorney and he runs for office and stuff like that, whenever I had some specific question, I send my question to the wife. Then the wife will send it to the husband. And then at one point, she sent me his email and said, oh, you could contact my husband and ask him directly. Guess what I do when I send the husband a question? I CC it to her. I don't want any one bit of a doubt about my friendship with either of them, especially with the husband. And it's a interracial marriage. The wife is I think it's Swedish, blonde hair, blue eyes, and everything. And the husband, I believe, is it Jamaican descent? I'm not sure, but he's African American. But I didn't want the wife to have any one bit of a doubt that me talking to her husband has anything where I'm trying to do anything beyond the question that I'm asking. So even when I ask the husband the question, I CC my email to the wife. Okay, that's the way I will. I don't want, I like to live my life in the moment. I don't want things from the past come and bite me in the ass. So yeah, I just want to bring that. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading because I didn't highlight anything. So let me see what's up next, if there's anything I need to share with you. So that's chapter 5, and I'm on page 82. Okay, so I'm gonna read this paragraph here, page 82. Meghan felt somewhat bittersweet about the situation. On the one hand, she was disappointed that their secret was out. It was no longer just the two of them. While Meghan, before she met Harry, had occasionally set up paparazzi photo here and there or let info slip out to the press, she did everything in her power to protect the privacy of her relationship with the prince. I think in one of the videos, I think it's through tweet. I was reading and someone mentioned that it's not like she was against the paparazzi or anything. They just wanted to set their private life private or something like that. And I even put 2 video clips that I had where Meghan was pretty much, you know, open up. She wanted to sign autograph. And in that same video, I even mentioned there was an occasion where there was a press something, some sort of a meeting or whatever it was. I guess talking to the press or to their fan, and she recognized one of her fan that follows her on Instagram, particular fan, and they spoke, and then I believe she said she told her we'll talk afterward. So these are the kind of thing that Meghan is. So now the secret is out. So let me continue. She knew that keeping things quiet meant that they could get to know each other without pressure or further worries that came from reporters covering and commenting on their burgeoning romance. So I don't know how long they kept that their dating kind of private or stuff like that. They got to know each other. Thank God. Harry had already met Miss Doria, and I spoke about it on my last video and things like that. So a lot of thing is like how do you call it, high speed kind of relationship kind of thing. It's because of the press. I believe their relationship went that quick because I think they were taking their time with things, but because the press are into everybody's business, and we know, me from the outside know that what is it, because the taxpayers are funding the royals, so they have to get in every aspect of their lives. So them, because that little privacy that they were able to have to flourish their relationship, and they got to know each other, so they were able to capture the true essence of each other. So yeah, I think it's because of the paparazzi, the media, that uncovered their secret. Things had to go that high speed. I think that's my humble opinion. You guys go let me know. Okay, so they say here, but that's the same page. Continue reading. But there was also a part of her that was relieved. Relieved meaning that the public knows now. Because sometimes when you have good friends, you're trying to keep secrets and stuff like that. So not that the public knew, she was like, you know what, I'm tired of making up stuff. Don't be honest with some of my friends, trying to keep that relationship a secret. So she probably was like, thank God they know now. At least I don't have to make up stories or anything like that. So let me continue. She had struggled to keep the secret from friends and colleagues. Only a handful of castmates, I guess from Suit, and production of staff at Suit knew, yeah, and didn't like lying about the purpose of her trips to London. So I guess all the trips she was doing, she had to make up some stories with them, but pretty much, yeah, you could understand. There's some lies that meant to be kept as lies because it endangered other people. It's when people are lying for no reason, make up stories for no reason. It's like, what the hell? But anyway, this, they have a term for it. I can't think of it right now. It was okay for that sweet little lie. So pretty much Harry knew once if the media knows about their relationship, that kind of intimacy, the fun, the careless friendship. I would not say careless. Maybe there's a better term for it. The fun that they were having, genuine fun they were having, will soon be over. So once the public know, the media know, it won't happen. So I think Harry sort of warned her about this. So this is where the book sort of mentioned this. Harry knew this day was inevitable and had told Meghan as much soon after they met so they could, he explained, quote, make the most of this time we have. Of course, close quote. Meghan couldn't really understand what it would mean to be famous on the level Harry had been for his entire life. Quote, we were very quietly dating for about 6 months before it became news. Wow, 6 months. Okay. Meghan said later in Vanity Fair, quote, and right out of the gate, it was surprising the way things changed. Close quote. And after they were outed, Meghan received close to 100 messages in 24 hours from people she hadn't spoke to in months, even years. What the hell? Everyone wanted to know, is the news true? This is where sometimes, you'll know the true friends, okay? Your true friends are the one who been every once in a while, they call you to see how you're doing. I have a friend of mine. We've been friends since we were a child. When we were a child, one day we friends, the next day we enemies. Don't come to my house. Don't, how kids do things, right? And now we adult, we still speak. But we don't talk to each other all the time. But once in a while, I think I call her more often because I'm busy too, but I am less busy than her. So occasionally I will call her, or if I know she's at work, I'll send her a text message or something like that. And when she finally do call, she's apologizing. I'm sorry, you're the only one who's... I was like, look, we have dealt with this since since we were a child, since we were children. We got this out of our system. If I wanted to take you at face value for not calling me, you will never hear from me. So don't ever apologize. When you get a chance, you call me. And whenever I think about you or about your daughter, I will text you and call you and see how you're doing and stuff like that. So this is where where you have true friends. Not when you're dating a freaking prince, you have people come out of woodwork to, all of a sudden they want to be your family member or they want to be friend again. This is bullshit. Again, here in this part, it's like, what the hell happened to Meghan's father? Mr. Markle. Here it says, Meghan's mother and father knew about her and Harry. Of course, long before they were exposed, she had told Doria as soon as she returned to Toronto from her trips to London, where they first met, and she had introduced her mother to the prince in Los Angeles, and Meghan's dad didn't hear about her boyfriend until later that summer. After her visit to Botswana. In a Good Morning Britain interview, Thomas later... this is where everything went sour here. So I think... okay, I'm not even going to continue reading things. This is from Good Morning Britain. So you guys could go through all of those videos where he spoke. But the thing here for me is... he knew about it. He kept his mouth shut. But it's when it seems like Meghan had a pretty good, decent relationship with him. It's like, wow. Just thinking about it, money just divide that. It just threw the moral, the values out the window. This is your daughter. Your daughter. Just because a freaking paparazzi offer you money to speak against your daughter. This is hard to take. I don't know. I don't want to say what's in the book here about him. Just go to all those things that they say where he appear in TV and stuff like that. So I'm going to stop the video here. but I'm still in chapter 5. If anything come up, it will be on another video. So yeah, it's sad to think about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.